Hi class, in this video I'm going to show you how to add and subtract mixed numbers. So there are two methods. The first method is to change these mixed numbers into an improper fraction and then simply add them together. So if you recall, to change these, I simply take the denominator, multiply it by the whole number, then add it to the numerator. So I'm going to do it for both fractions here. In this case, now I have 7 times 1 plus 3 on the top for my first fraction, and it's over 7 because the denominator never changes. And then I simply add, and then I go 7 times 2 plus 2, and that's also going to be over 7 because the denominator never changes. So in this case, 7 times 1 is 7 plus 3 is 10, so I'm going to have 10 over 7. And then 7 times 2 is 14. 14 plus 2 is 16, so I'm going to have 16 over 7. So in this case, I have 10 over 7 plus 16 over 7. I'm simply going to keep the bottom number the same because they are common, and then add the top numbers. So I have 10 plus 16, which would be 10 plus 16 is equal to 26. So my final answer should be 26 over 7. Now, if I were to be asked to convert this back to a mixed number, I would think, how many times can I take 7 out of 26? Well, 7 times 3 is 21, so that should be 3 times. And then if that's 21 and this is 26, I should have 5 remaining. So 3 and 5/7 is my final answer as a mixed number. So it really depends. And I'll draw a line here to show the other method. It really depends which method you want to use. This method is good if you want your final answer as an improper fraction, but if you want your final answer as a mixed number, I got another method to show you. So in this case, let me draw the numbers again. 1 and 3/7 plus 2 and 2/7. In this case, to add these together, I simply add the whole numbers together. And then I simply want to add the fractions together separately. So in this case, I got 3 over 7 plus 2 over 7. Since 7 is the same on the bottom, I keep the same. Then I simply just add 3 over 2. Then I simply just add 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2 is going to be 5. So my final answer is 5 over 7. So now I just combine these back together. I had a whole number of 3 and then 5 over 7 for my fraction. So my final answer is still 3 and 5/7. So one way was a lot faster compared to the other method, but it really depends. Mostly I like the first method that I showed you because it's consistent. Sometimes the second method doesn't work as well when you're subtracting mixed numbers. So when you're adding mixed numbers, it's fine. But when you're subtracting mixed numbers, there's some things you have to look out for. Let's do some more practice. Here I'm going to add the whole numbers first. So I got 4 plus 2, which is equal to 6. And then I just have 2 over 9 here. And there's no fraction here. So we just don't add it to anything. So my final answer is 6 and 2/9. Okay, now let's try the subtraction method. Same thing, I simply subtract this time, but I subtract the whole numbers first. 3 minus 1 is going to be 2. And now I have 4 over 5 subtracted by 2 over 5. Since the bottom number is the same, I keep it the same. Then I simply just subtract the top number. So 4 minus 2 is going to be equal to 2. So I have 2 over 5 here. So my final answer is 2 and 2/5. Okay, let's keep going. Same idea, I'm going to add the whole numbers together. 2 plus 1 is going to be 3. Now I have 1/2 plus 1/4. Since the bottom number is not common, I have to make them common. So I'm going to multiply 1 over 2 by 2, top and bottom, such that I get 2 over 4. And then I can add 2 over 4 to 1 over 4. In this case, 2 over 4 plus 1 over 4. Since the bottom number is the same, I can keep it the same. And the top numbers will just be 2 plus 1 because I'm just adding them. 2 plus 1 is going to be equal to 3. So I get 3 over 4 here. And then my final answer is going to be, when I combine everything together, I got 3 as a whole number and then 3/4 as the fraction. So 3 and 3/4. Okay, now let's try the next one. I'm simply going to add the whole numbers together. 3 plus 4 is 7. Now I have 1/2 plus 3 over 5. For this method, I'm going to use the, since both the denominators are not common, in this case, I'm actually going to use the butterfly method here because I know I have to multiply both of the fractions to change them instead of just one. So in this case, 2 times 3 is 6, 1 times 5 is 5, and then I multiply the bottoms. So 2 times 5 is 10. So I'm going to end up getting 5 over 10 plus 6 over 10. And in this case, I keep the bottom number the same, and on the top, I'm just going to have 5 plus 6. I'm just going to add these together on the top. 5 plus 6 is 11, so I get 11 over 10. So my final answer should be 7 and 11 tenths. But from here, you notice that 11 tenths, that's an improper fraction. So I'm simply going to break this down again, I guess. 10 can go into 11 once. So it'd be 7 plus 1 and 1 tenths because I have 1 remaining then. So in this case, I'm simply going to have 8 and 1 tenths. Okay, now let's keep going for some subtraction examples here. We got 6 minus 2, which is equal to 4. And then I got 2/3 minus 2/4. Butterfly method, this one. 3 times 2 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. Multiply the bottom. 3 times 4 is 12. So I'm simply going to get 8 over 12 minus 6 over 12. In this case, keep the bottom numbers the same. I got 8 minus 6 on the top. 8 minus 6 is going to be 2, so I get 2 over 12. So my final answer should be 4 and 2 twelfths. But since 2 twelfths can be simplified more by simply dividing the top and bottom by 2, I will get a final answer of 4 and 2 divided by 2 is 1. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So my final answer is 4 and 1, 6. Now for this next one here, 7 minus 2 for the whole numbers is going to be 5. And then I simply subtract the fractions. Same idea, butterfly method, to simplify this one down. So 5 times 2 is 10. 4 times 3 is 12. Multiply the bottoms as well. 5 times 3 is 15. So I'm going to end up getting 12 over 15 minus 10 over 15. In this case, bottom number stays the same because they're the same. 12 minus 10 on the top. 12 minus 10 is going to be 2. So I get 2 over 15. I have 5 up here for my whole number. So I get 5 and 2/15 as my final answer.